Back to Do News. I'm your host, the King of Do. Doing it again on the car today for you guys because I know you guys still want to talk to me. You guys have questions about what's going on in the market. Getting a lot of good comments, a lot of chatting going on. My office where I do my majority of my videos is quite the operation at the moment, and making videos in there isn't exactly the ideal situation. I did yesterday get made some pretty good progress on my mining videos and things like that, so you guys can be looking for that coming soon. And that all aside, let's get right to it. We gotta get you guys market updates. So pretty good times if you're looking to buy right now. We gotta be real, we gotta be honest with each other about what's going on. And I'll admit that when Bitcoin was $20,000, we all would be happy to pay these prices. So, and a lot of people would probably have been saying that, but not many people are actually going to step up and actually do it now, right? But this is the biggest opportunity. If you're about to throw up, if your stomach is churning, if you're just about to click that sell button and give up, that's exactly when this is all going to turn around. So we're getting really close, guys. The moving 200-day average is an extremely strong technical analysis average for a long-term bull market like what we're in or have been in for a very long time, and it has not changed. We still have an upward movement of a 200-day moving average, and I'm specifically talking about Bitcoin right now. So you guys are going to want to, when you're charting, make sure you're bringing that up and taking a look at that. And then what you're going to see is that the 200-day moving average is going straight through somewhere around, well, the bottom should basically be about $7,400. As each day goes by, it moves a little bit, though. So I haven't charted in a while, but it's about where it should be. So last night, looking at the markets, I had a lot of confidence that, you know what, this is going to dip down. It's going to dip down between like 7,400 and probably 7,800, and you know, make sure you get your orders in and things like that. And that's exactly what happened. And as expected, hitting that bottom, we have bounced extremely hard. Bitcoin, as someone was just mentioning, 9,000 right now. So if you would have bought at the bottom, you're probably pretty happy already. Your risk is lower, but I can tell you this, we may be going back and looking at retesting that shortly. So don't get too caught up in these price movements. They're going to be extremely volatile. We've talked about this a lot, that now there's more money in the market. We have a lot of noobs in the market as well. We have more people trying to day trade more than ever before. We have more institutions than ever before. It's just, this volatility isn't going to stop. It's you know, we're in a market that's extremely emotional. You can basically post something on Reddit for fun and basically move the markets if people believe your news, if you know what I'm saying. So, you know, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be a dead cat bounce. We have to be realistic when it comes to anything in cryptocurrencies. Just like the US dollar basically has value because the people trust it and believe in it. That's it. Do people trust and believe in Bitcoin? One thing I know for sure is anyone who's used it or been around a while, they absolutely trust it. It is still immutable. It is it still works. There is a lot of technology coming out for Bitcoin that's going to increase the scalability, make it faster, make it more scalable, and those solutions are even already out there. If you don't have a SegWit wallet yet, you can get a SegWit wallet and practically have no fees and still use Bitcoin. So everyone complaining about fees, you know, a lot of times it's just a lot of people haven't adopted SegWit, and I know there's some debate on those that are accepting SegWit and not, and setting those things up. But anyhow, what's up, New Zealand Bitcoin in the house. Wondering where I've been? I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'll be doing a lot more traditional news here soon, and my market updates. I'm spending a lot of time on a new mining operation, and doing a lot of mining videos as well. It's a huge opportunity. I strongly believe that mining over the next 3 to 5 years is gonna basically become more than what it is today, I guess is the best way to put it. I think there's a lot of people entering the world. I think mining is actually what's going to attract people, because there are conservative people. People can't handle these market swings, right? People are throwing up right now. They just want to get money in and maybe make money and get it out, right? So mining is a cash flow opportunity. It is, a lot of people like to call it a hobby. I don't know what your definition of a hobby is, but for the majority of people, it can be a very big headache. It can also be a very big joy for when something goes wrong and you're going to spend the next hour fixing it. So I guess it's not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone. Anyhow, back to the markets. Litecoin, I noticed on the bounce earlier today, wasn't really following Bitcoin, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. I was actually really hoping to pick up some more of that as well. Gosh, I wish that Litecoin was going to bounce down to like $100 or $90 during this time as well. It's just absolutely free money in the short term, in the very short term. So keep looking at that and keep monitoring the markets. Again, going back to intrinsic value, these things when it comes to currency, guys. If you guys watch my channel, I've been around for a long time. You know that the King of Do, he really is into actual use case blockchain technology. He's not the biggest fan of currencies at all. However, there are some advancements coming out in the world of Bitcoin and Litecoin. The new technologies that are coming out that are going to allow us to do smart contracts on those platforms with very... Sorry about that, dear Lord. I'm surprised it does that while I'm watching this, but or while I'm recording this. So, apologize for that. Litecoin, Bitcoin, not really big into the currency thing, but the technology is important, guys. That's coming out for it. You guys have it. Maybe the last opportunity. Maybe, don't know. Maybe the last opportunity to buy this low, and then move those profits into something awesome. Now, some of you are probably holding. You're hodling. Are you hodling like it's your job? I hope so. Hodling always wins. Always wins. You can't lose unless you choose to sell right now. Then you're probably going to lose. You just hodl. Some of you may be looking for opportunities, or maybe you don't know how to look for opportunities right now. There's quite a bit of fear going on out there, and fear can happen in a lot of different ways across a lot of different coins, and those present unique opportunities. You know, what I typically am doing is I'm going and I'm looking for, I go across about the top, probably about the top 10, 15 ERC20 tokens. Typically, ERC20 tokens are pegged pretty strongly to Ethereum. They don't really move more than a few percentage points off. If you find something that is a legitimate project that has a lot of momentum and a lot of hodlers, you know, you're talking about like OMG, recently Populous. Guys, take a look at Populous if you haven't. We'll talk about that in another video. I could go on for days about that one, but you guys got to go on to CoinMarketCap. You got to click on markets, and you actually need to look at the Ether prices. It's really frustrating because they actually don't give the percentage up and down in ETH. If any of you know a website that does that, please share it in the link below. I can't think of one off the top of my head right now that does that, or at least what it's called. I use bookmarks and things like that. But you're looking for change in the Ether price for a lot of the ERC20 tokens, so you're going to want to make sure to look for those opportunities. Yesterday, there were some things where the opportunities were great because of all the fear, where somebody actually put too much money into something, which they shouldn't have, and they had a lot of fear, and they dumped it, and all of a sudden you have this ERC20 token that's already in a down market with thin books get pushed down, and it's 15% less than the actual, traditional price is pegged at for Ethereum. Huge buying opportunity. That's what you got to look for, guys. You have to spend the time to do it if you want it. The other thing is don't go all in just because it's 15% down. It could go down to 20. It can start a chain reaction, and sometimes you can get really, really good deals. So just think of it as like you're trying to find little pieces of candy, and make sure that you're not doing it just to be greedy. What I'm saying here is there are legitimate use case projects out there, actual blockchain and token technologies. Look up those, learn about them, believe in them, and then look for the dips. Don't just go through. Don't do what King Udo says and just start throwing money at all these ERC20s. There are plenty of them that I don't believe in. Not that because they don't work. Just I think that there's other competition. If you spend a lot of time in the space and start looking at other blockchain technologies, you also have a good grasp on the difference between a centralized, privatized blockchain and how those are going to be used in business. Once you start wrapping your brain around all that stuff, you can start making a lot better decisions about a lot of these tokens. There's a few of them out there that are just drastically overpriced right now, but then there are some that are drastically underpriced right now because of the actual market cap of the industry that they're about to disrupt, whereas taking 0.1%, 0.01% of the market would result in massive returns for all the holders. Anyhow, so that's about all I've got today. Trying to keep these short, obviously. Usually what happens is I try to wrap it up once I get to work, and then I end up sitting in the car for a minute too long, and that's not okay. I gotta get to it. So I'm trying to wrap these up while I'm still driving. I tried to keep up with all the questions. It's hard to read. Should not text and drive, people. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a law soon about even recording and driving. Let's be honest, right? Likely to happen here very quickly. Maybe it already is in some states. So, yes, I'm still working. I am extremely fortunate to, one, really enjoy and love where I'm at in my job. Not many people can say that, honestly. I enjoy the challenges. I have some extremely good mentorship. A lot of the things, I can be honest, guys, the majority of my personal success has come from the mentorship at my personal job. And I've been able to apply that to things outside my life, and I'm seeing lots of success. I'm seeing all kinds of success, things that I never thought that I could do a year ago. They're happening. It's making it happen. I know people often ask me, where's my Lambo? Guys, I drive the most cost-effective vehicle I can find, and that is it. I have no real desire for a Lambo at all. If there was anything, I do have a number written down for when I'm finally gonna pull the trigger on something else. But yeah, you have to. It's funny. People that know me personally, they totally get it, and they get me when it comes to this stuff. I think you guys would be surprised about just how that stuff doesn't do anything for me. I guess it just doesn't do anything for me. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna get a Lambo for you guys. I'm not trying to get a Lambo. It's not the goal. It literally has no practical use case for me at all. Fun fact, though, I definitely will be getting, I'll likely be getting a nice truck someday. In case you didn't know, millionaires, statistically, typically, the most popular vehicle they own is a Ford F-150, here in America at least. There is a direct correlation to having wealth and having to move that wealth, if that makes sense. So people typically that are wealthy are going to have a truck, because they typically are going to also own other things like rental properties. They may own boats. They may own horses. They almost always own land. That's always been a very common source of wealth for people. There's so much you can do with land that a lot of people who do have a lot of money end up doing something for themselves in regards to land, whether it's, you know, I know I've met people, in fact, yeah, I've met people that bought land just to open a vineyard just because they can, because they're loaded, you know, things like that. But, yeah, not quitting the job, definitely not doing that. I gotta tell you guys, it's nice to have the option to choose what I want to do right now. And right now I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm very heavily in deep into my new mining operation, taking it pretty seriously, looking at doing a lot of things there, beyond just making some YouTube videos about it. So, and honestly, I've already done those things. I've already taken the leap, to say the least. So I appreciate all your support. I don't think that without this channel even inspired me a lot in, wow, I think I might be actually capable of doing more than what I thought I could do. And you guys were rooting me on. And so I took the leap. Taking mining more of a professional, serious level right now, and that's really exciting for me. I also have another project. You guys know I'm passionate about blockchain as applied to e-commerce. I actually am looking, I've already approached one person. I'm looking for people to partner with that are interested in essentially an agency around blockchain technology as applied to e-commerce. Look, I have already purchased some domains and things like that, and trying to get it all set up. And that one's going to take time because that's some serious business, and the market is extremely immature. So there's some foundational things that need to be done first, but the opportunity to start bringing blockchain technologies to all types of businesses in the e-commerce world and help them adopt it, whether it's actually on the technical side, but maybe even on things like how do you handle it on the accounting side in regards to what's going to be the most cost-effective way to do it, what are the procedures that need to exist, what would be the business strategy if you actually wanted to start accepting cryptocurrencies for your business or your e-commerce channel. So those are the type of things I'm working on. So I got to get to it, guys, but we can talk about this more. Feel free to ask questions down below. Make sure you give me a like. I only have one like. You guys are killing me. Just one? I'm just kidding. Give me a like. There's a like. I got one like. There we go. Thank you, whoever liked me. Keep the likes coming. I'm mining everything. New Zealand Bitcoin. I'm mining everything right now. I mine all the things. Definitely mining all the things. Oh, the likes keep coming. They really love me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Guys, I just appreciate the likes. It helps keep the momentum of the channel. You know, all the YouTube SEO stuff and making sure people find the channel and things like that helps a lot. Especially on these videos, because I don't actually go out and really market these ones. I'm not going to sit down and actually like do marketing for something. I'm just driving in the car. You know, I'm just doing a quick market update, trying to interact with you guys, trying to get to know you guys better, want to answer your questions, because I found that that's what you guys want the most, so I'm trying to do that for you. But, hey, I appreciate all of you so much. I'm going to get to it. Got a lot of work to do today, and hope you guys have a great day. Again, like, share, leave a comment, leave a question, and I can get back to you. I'll make sure to do that, and I appreciate you guys so much. With all that said, as always, I'm the King of Do. May the Force be with you.